Now that we know there's going to be a new Apple TV box in a matter of months, I wanted to create an all in streaming guide for new and novice users. Now, we're going to go over three main things in this video. What kind of paid apps can you get on your Apple TV box? What kind of free streaming apps can you easily get on your Apple TV box? And lastly, can you sideload it? Because that's an interesting question. Now, if you're new to the channel, the best way to support me is literally just subscribe down below. I try to help people like you save money on streaming services and learn about the newest devices or future newest devices. I'm assuming the new box is not that much different. Now we got some more work that's been done on the mural. I'm not going to do an update today, but I will be doing a mural update tomorrow, so check in for that. Now the first main thing I want to go over are your paid streaming apps that you can get for your Apple TV box. Now, just like your iPhone, if any of you have those, which by statistics, I would say like there's a 50% chance you do, you download all your apps from the Apple App Store. Now, the kind of paid streaming apps you're going to be able to get for your Apple TV box are things such as TSN. Okay, you have your Crave, which is like Canadian HBO Max. You have Prime Video, Netflix, Paramount Plus, Hey You. So all of your big name official streaming apps are going to be on here. So that's really good for the paid section of things. But there's a few other apps that you might be getting that you might want to know if is on here. And one of those is called IPTV Smarters. So if we type in IPTV Smarters, which is a pretty popular IPTV app. So as we start to type in Smarters, you're going to see a few off-brand ones, but they do also have Smart Pro. So surprising enough, Apple actually allows through a lot of these just media player apps that can be used for different services. For whatever reason, they are on here. Now, the other app, which a lot of you might end up in wanting to install, is called STB Emulator, which is very similar in a lot of ways. So let's also make sure. And yes, in fact, there is STB Emulator on here as well. So that's it for the paid sections. You'll be able to get all your official apps, plus you'll be able to get IPTV players either for a price or sometimes they are free, depending on what they are inside the App Store. Now, the next major question is what free streaming apps can you get on here? Now, involved in this question is also whether you can sideload or not. So I'm going to try to keep things as simple and dumbed down for you guys as possible, just so you're understanding what I'm saying here. So first with the free streaming apps, okay? And we're talking about legal ones here. You can get all of the major free streaming apps. I'm going to say the major. So for instance, you have Tubi TV right here. Tubi TV is a very popular legal free streaming app that allows you to watch pretty big name titles, live TV, movies, and they even have a kids section. I always call this free Netflix because it's just amazing. It's one of the best by far. And it actually offers really good content, unlike, some of the other ones that I recommend that just, they don't have the same budget. So they're kind of like the OG, watch a few ads, get some free content, completely legal. You can also get your Plex on here. So Plex TV, where you can create your own media servers, or they have their dedicated live TV section. You have your IPTV area, all of that. You don't even have to sign in. So they do have a video on demand as well. But again, this is one of those ones where you're not getting nearly as quality content as Tubi TV. Now, other than that, you can still get Pluto TV. Of course, you can get YouTube, which YouTube gives you quite a bit of free content as well. So you get all those major official ones. But now, when I use my Google TV streamer, for example, one thing that I will typically do is if a free streaming app is not available in my country, I will go and sideload it. So for instance, if I want to watch BBC iPlayer in Canada, well, on the Google TV streamer, I could find the APK, install it on my TV streamer, use a VPN, change my location, and I'll now be able to use BBC iPlayer officially on my device. Well, here is the downside with the Apple TV box. There's really not an easy way to sideload. And even when you do, it's not really that simple. That's the easiest way for me to explain it. So for something like BBC iPlayer, you really can't get it on here. And now you used to be able to install all sorts of apps on the Apple TV box, but with the new upgraded, this was the one that came out in 2019. Was that when it came out? I don't know. Whenever this last version came out, maybe it's 2022. They didn't include a USB-C port on here or any way to actually plug this into your computer. And that means it's a lot more difficult. So there is actually a way to install Kodi on this. And I've done a video on it before. So just let me pull this up here. Okay, I was looking for the video on my channel, but I must have deleted it. But I did do a video on how to install Kodi on your Apple TV box. But the process actually involves you accessing a developer's options, and you have to transfer it over the air, and you have to use your iPhone combined. It really is just not fun. It's not realistic to do it, and you have to redo it every 18 days because it's actually like a developer's copy. Anyways, it's not a simple trick. So obviously the hope would be with a new version, if it's come out, I'll do a video updating you if they included any USB-C ports or anything like that. My guess is they didn't, and this is one of the reasons, because they want to make it difficult to sideload. So the quick answer to this is no, you can't sideload. The other answer is you can get Kodi, kind of. So it is potentially possible. It's just a process. So at the very least, you do have those apps inside of the App Store that you might be able to use with some different services. Obviously, always make sure everything you're using is legal. But otherwise, that's kind of where you are with your Apple TV box. Now, just to complete the video, I wanted to put some of my favorite Apple TV accessories down below. Now, I'll be doing a full video of these accessories in the coming weeks. So if you're subscribed to the channel, you'll be able to find that, or I'll link it down below once it's complete. This first one is a mount for it, where you can either mount it behind your TV or on the wall. It just connects with sticky pads, so this keeps your Apple TV out of the way. Really cool. The next one is this remote holder. Same idea. We can put this on the side of the TV. We can put it behind the TV just to keep our remote somewhere. And again, it's just connected with 3M sticky adhesive. The next is a really cool mount if your TV is far enough away, where it kind of just grapples onto the top edge of your TV and connects on the back. This mounts it nicely on top and has a really sleek design. So I'll have that one in soon. This one is cool if you want to keep your Apple TV at the front by your TV. It is a 3rd gen case, and it essentially just goes over top, making it look like a Super Nintendo. And it just has a little hole for the IR. So you still get the remote in full view as well. Really cool little case. I'm excited to try that one. You then have the remote to go along with it. So the retro case compatible with remote. So it gives you the kind of controller look to it. Pretty sweet. It is non-functional though, so that was a bit of a miss. If they made this functional, they could have turned that into a really cool Bluetooth remote accessory. And lastly, it's just a thin little case for your remote. So I have all those linked down below as well. If you want to support the channel, check those links out. I get a nice little kickback from Amazon. Like always, guys, subscribe to the channel. See you later. Bye.